Hi everyone, how are you all doing? My name is Natalie. If this is the first time that you're watching my videos, thank you so much for being here. I hope that if you enjoyed this video, you can subscribe and share it with your friends. In this video, we're talking about this upcoming week astrology forecast, and we'll end the video with a collective message. This video, we're talking about January 13 to 19, 2025. So this week, we are welcoming our first lunation in the year of 2025, the Cancer full moon. This Cancer full moon is happening on January 13 to 26 p.m. Pacific time, or earlier time zone, it will be January 14 to 26 a.m. Hong Kong time. So adjust the time according to where you are in the world. The sun will be at 23 degrees in Capricorn, and the moon will be at 23 degrees in Cancer. Usually, whenever we have a Cancer new moon or full moon, the moon is at its home sign. It feels more like feels good and feel comfortable. We feel like we can flow with the energy, right? But not this one. Because this full moon is conjuncting Mars retrograde. So while full moon are usually packed with some emotions, we can tend to get a little bit more emotional. We're all in our feels during full moon. Sometimes this one will be extra because of the aspect, right? This full moon is conjuncting Mars retrograde, which is in Cancer right now. So whatever you're feeling, sensing, whatever is coming up might be more intense this week. And some of us probably feel this energy the past week already. And this week it might just get more amplified with the full moon. So if it's possible, especially the first 2-3 days of the week, if you can have a slower day, if you're able to carve out more time for yourself, to rest, to be in solitude, to sit with whatever is coming up, please do so. The point is, having all these feelings, emotion coming up, the best to deal with it is not to suppress it. So let your floodgate open. If you feeling anything coming up, right? If you are feeling triggered, right? Some suppressed emotion feelings are coming up, let them come up. The more you try to force it down, the more you try to avoid it and not address it, it will only snowball and explode even more. And I don't know if you have heard of this book. I love and strongly recommend this book. It's The Body Keep the Score. If you do not face your emotion, if you do not allow yourself to deal with them, it will only manifest into different pains, sickness, illness that in our body. So please, if you feeling extra tender this last week or this week especially, do take care of yourself. Do allow yourself to be brave, be courageous, and embrace it, because the only way is through it, not, trying to move around or deflect from it and so on and so forth. This full moon conjuncting Mars retrograde also marks the halfway point of our Mars retrograde journey. Yay, we're halfway through. But I know some of us what? We're only halfway through. Yes, because Mars retrograde essentially paint as a backdrop in the first half of the year, right? So we still have a few more months to go. So just hang in there. Know that it's halfway through. So by this point, you might see all the Mars retrograde stories, situation coming up, right? What is frustrating you? What is triggering you? What is annoying you? What didn't work? What didn't go as planned? Something really fall apart or collapse. This is where you probably see everything coming up, and you're trying to see what is really happening, right? The halfway point also is where you have a moment to pivot, to maybe start seeing some solutions, start seeing some clarity as to why all this is happening, or maybe what are they trying to tell you. And so think back, especially when Mars station retrograde, right? What have you been moving through? What is happening so far since December until now. This full moon also square Chiron and Aries. So like I said, maybe for some it's a lot to do with the store and suppress emotions and feeling. For some, this can really trigger and bring up or resurface traumas and wounds and experience in the past. For many of us, maybe this is related to your childhood, related to your home environment, related to your caretakers, maybe the validation and attention that you didn't receive when you were younger, right? From your caretaker in your home environment. Maybe you endure or experience some family trauma, childhood issue experience that really caused a lot of hurt, pain, emotions, and so on and so forth. Around this time, they can really come up and resurface. And some of you might be like, oh my God, I'm already on this healing journey. Why does it keep coming up? The point is, healing is never linear, and no one is ever fully done or fully healed in some way, shape, or form. But as we move through them, as we allow them to come up, as we allow ourselves to embrace, to heal them, to face them, each time we get better at it, right? We're able to face them with less and less perhaps anger or any kind of negative emotions or connotation, but we learn to give love and grace to them as time goes. So this can be that as well. So allow yourself to see what is coming up, sit with them. Maybe this is for you to know that how far you have come, and what are you ready to move into in this next phase of your healing journey. Or perhaps this is you finally needing to take a look at them and allow yourself to embark on this healing journey as well. Because remember, everyone is on our own journey, right? We're all navigating through our own human story. So everyone is at a different point, and it's totally fine, right? There's no competition and comparison. And this full moon that is happening at 23 degrees in Cancer, it resembles the Four of Cups in the tarot card. That card represents where 23 degrees in Cancer is. And Four of Cups have this feeling of feeling disappointed, right? Not having what you want, and feeling like, or maybe you missed out or on something, or that, well, I wanted this, but I got that instead, right? So for some, maybe you're feeling a sense of, disappointment, or like not really satisfied and wondering why during this moment in your life. Maybe you're not at where you are, where you planned it, or something in your life, maybe a particular area of your life, some people, thing, situation is causing some feeling of like disappointment, even for some maybe just not satisfied, not fulfilling, or feeling a little melancholy, right? So if you're also feeling that, do allow yourself to not get beat up, and know that you're on your own journey. Sometimes things have to perhaps happen this way so that you have the awareness to move to and pivot, right? So this full moon seems very heavy and emotional and maybe even depressing, and it's okay. Just know that the best way to work with this energy is really carve out some alone time to sit with whatever wants to come up and allow them to come up instead of pushing them down, right? This full moon do have a little bit of supportive energy. The moon is sextiling Uranus in Taurus and having a trine with Neptune in Pisces. So even though this full moon, like I said, is highly charged with emotion, it can be quite intense. You can feel very sensitive, right? There's still some support there. I feel like this is more of a internal support that we are receiving from this Uranus and Neptune. Is asking us to retreat, to go inward in our inner world. Maybe this moment right now you need is a nap, rest. Remember to take care of your energy, carve out some self-love, self-care time. maybe you need a nourishing meal. Maybe you need to escape a little bit, right? Maybe this is you needing more sleep. Just allow yourself to melt into it, right? Maybe this is through listening to some music, to allow yourself to flow with the emotion, open that floodgate to have a good cry session or multiple crying session. And I love that. Go for it, because crying is essential and we all need that. And I always say that tears are showers to our souls, right? It showers our soul and cleanse our energy. So we all need to cry from time to time, right? So do not bypass all these emotions and feeling that is trying to come up. They want to be seen. They want to feel the love from you. So give it to them. And maybe this is you know, needing to escape a little bit and into your own inner world, to sit with them, embrace them, you know, go and disappear for a little while. The world can wait. So during this full moon, we're also feeling some other aspect, but they are coming into the exact aspect in the next few days. So I kind of want to group them together and talk about it together, because they kind of relate to each other. So it's Venus and Mercury that I want to talk about. So Venus in Pisces is going to first square Jupiter in Gemini on the 14th. And then later on in a couple of days on the 18th, Venus is then going to conjunct Pisces, right? Saturn in Pisces. And on the same day on the 18th, Mercury is also going to conjunct Saturn in Pisces. So all three of them are in Pisces and they conjunct each other. So there's a lot of air energy in some way, shape or form, because Jupiter is in Gemini, you know, and Gemini is ruled by Mercury and it's conjuncting Venus. You know, I know this sounds very confusing right now, but just hear me out. There's two different ways to look at it. So Venus in Pisces is referring to the vast unconditional love, you know, that one can have, receive and give. And squaring Jupiter can magnify that energy, right? Very compassionate, very sensitive and emotional, you know, it's this big love, right? And this can really bring up a lot of emotions, especially we do have that Cancer full moon that is on the Monday as well. So we are definitely in our fields this week, right? With all these aspects and full moon that is happening. And with what is happening around the world, how can one not be, right? With the devastating fire in LA and the ongoing wars and genocide that is still happening, how can we not feel anything, right? So this full moon is definitely amplifying that. Perhaps we do all need these big feelings, because it can really help us to tune into what we can do to contribute, to help, to spread the awareness, to wake the world up, to really see what we can do as a collective to help navigate all these situations that people are going through, right? And the conjunction with Saturn feel like a contraction. So it feels like this push and pull, because we're dealing with Jupiter and we're dealing with Saturn. So it can feel that big emotions, but then there's also this feeling of hopelessness, of grief, of disappointment, of contraction, like, oh my God, so what can I do, right? And it's hard. I mean, me, myself included, is feeling this way too. But remember, we can all feel the same thing, but we can also choose to, instead of feeling hopeless and feel like we are, we can't do anything, but all we can do is to send out our intention, our energy, to pray for something good, right? To have this positive intention for them, to hold space for them, to send them love and energy. And if you're in the place where you're able to donate, please donate. If you are nearby, you can help by volunteering, please do so. And if you're far away and feeling hopeless, maybe you can send some prayer, send some good energy, right? Get involved, spread some of course, you practice discernment and do your research, spread the truth, the good news, and spread more awareness around the world so that people is actually seeing what is really happening, right? And on a personal level, this can be something that is relating to your relationship that you're experiencing, right? Maybe this week, perhaps relationship is coming in forefront for you, that there's something that you need to navigate and move through. Perhaps this is through having a talk, right? We have Jupiter in Gemini. We have Mercury conjuncting Saturn. This is a sobering moment. There's something in a relationship or in a situation that you need to communicate and talk to. And if this is the case for you, this is the week to not avoid those emotions, problems, issues, but really just look at them and face them and talk about it. Lastly, we have a big transit happening to end the week. The sun is entering Aquarius to kickstart Aquarius season. The sun is entering Aquarius at 12 p.m. Pacific time on January 19 or January 20th, 4 a.m. in Hong Kong. So adjust the time according to where you are in the world. Aquarius season marks the peak of winter in the northern hemisphere or summer in the southern hemisphere. Aquarius is a fixed air sign. Aquarius is social. It likes to think a little bit outside of the box, a little bit avant-garde. It's independent. It's truthful, very straightforward. Aquarius is the sign of the water bearer. So it's not about the individual, right? The water bearer wants to bring in that collective consciousness and share with the others. Aquarius is that sign that is related to the community, to the collective. It wants to share the knowledge and wisdom that will benefit the greater good. Aquarius often associate with humanitarian activists, right? We see a lot of people that is passionate about the collective, that really cares about the collective, often have some kind of Aquarius placement, right? And Aquarius is okay. So Aquarius likes to, doesn't mean that it's always by itself. Aquarius like to be in a group as well. It likes to be in a group. It loves to be in a community as long as they are believing in something or supporting something for the greater good that will benefit the collective, right? But the second Aquarius find out that there's some bad intention or their purpose or the focus of the community, the group sway, and it is no longer aligning with what they believe in, Aquarius is also unafraid to call the bullshit out and say, I don't want to be there anymore. I'm going to leave. I'm going to start my own thing. I'm going to start a new community that talks about what we want to believe in, that is really actually contributing to the greater good for the society, for the world, for the collective. So this is also why sometimes people say Aquarius is a little weird, it's a bit of an outcast, and it's a bit rebellious. That is the reason why. Aquarius season being an air energy, it's also tend to be more social. During Aquarius season, you might find yourself filling up your social calendar, or maybe it's already filled with everything you want to do. You want to be more active, you want to go hang out with your friends, go join some gatherings or so on and so forth. You know, you want to be in community with others. It's also the time associated with Chinese New Year, where for sure there's a lot of gatherings and events that you will see your friends, your family, and so on and so forth. You find yourself more social. So do enjoy Aquarius season and go hang out and go be sociable, hang out with, but Aquarius always want to spend time with their own people that truly vibe with them, you know, believe in the same thing, share similar values, and so on and so forth. So do enjoy Aquarius season. This Aquarius season is also very special because this is the first Aquarius season and the next 21 that we will have with the presence of Pluto. Pluto is in Aquarius. So this Aquarius season, from now on until the next 20 Aquarius season, we will enjoy it with Plutonic energy in the backdrop. And the Sun will conjunct Pluto. We're feeling it this weekend already, right when the Sun enters Aquarius. But the exact conjunction is on the 21st. So this is next week, but I want to just mention it as well because we're definitely feeling this aspect this weekend. Sun-Pluto conjunction is big, okay? And this is the first one that we are having in 250 years. So this really going to have some headline for sure. And of course we know what is happening because Trump will sworn and officially be in the office that day. That is very interesting. But of course, Sun often refers to the leaders around the world. Pluto talks about power dynamic, power grabs, power struggle. And having this Sun-Pluto conjunction, I don't know what we will see, but definitely we have been seeing some interesting headlines and news about US wanting to buy Greenland, wanting to see if Canada want to join US to become the 51st state, and Canada kind of retaliate and say that, well, we actually don't mind if Washington or California want to become one of our provinces as well. And then Trump go on and say they want to rename the Gulf of Mexico, and all this nation just basically trolling each other. And I hope this conjunction is just them being kids trolling each other, and nothing will happen beyond all this little smack talk. But let's hope, right? We do have Pluto and Aquarius for the next 20 years. And with so much that is happening this year with astrology and around the world, we'll just have to wait and see. So now let's take a look at our collective message. All the card that is relating to Cancer came out. I was like, okay, of course, right? So let's take a look. First, of course, we have the full moon in Cancer card, right? Let your fears dissolve. And we have another Cancer card. First quarter moon in Cancer, push through any insecurity. So this is really the time where you don't want to suppress those emotions. Stop pushing them, stop avoiding them. This full moon is illuminating those those emotion feelings coming up for a reason. So don't be afraid. Don't try to push them back. It will only bounce back and explode. But instead, allow yourself to let yourself melt into them and see how you're feeling, what you are feeling, sensing, what is coming up for you, right? Journal them, talk to someone, schedule a session, go to therapy, or maybe this is you journaling. Maybe this is you having someone that you trust that you can talk to, right? So whatever that's coming up to you, look at this other oracle card, Never Ending Story, card 37. So this talks about something wants to come out and be complete instead of looping. So if there is something that you have been constantly trying to not look at, not deal with, you just let it continue to loop, and every time you just suppress it, this is the time to really allow yourself to just open up and see what is really happening. Why are you running away from it? Why are you so scared to put an end to it? Why are you so avoidant about it, right? You don't need to solve it and heal it overnight. It will not happen anyway. But this week with the full moon is you making that first step to first have the awareness and acknowledge it, right? That is already a big step. And just allow yourself to slowly and continuously work towards this healing journey, right? You will not do it overnight, and please do not afraid to ask for help. There is so many people that cannot wait to help you if you allow yourself to that. So I hope this message helps in some way, shape, or form. I hope these videos can help you prepare ahead and help you navigate through your journey, navigate through your week, and support you in any way, shape, or form. Feel free to comment below, let me know, connect with me over on IG, and if you want a personal consultation, please email me my information in the description box below. Happy full moon, take care of yourself, carve out time to rest, and I'll see you next time. Bye.